What's up, YouTube? What's going on? So check this out, man. New video, man. Great video. Hopefully this opened a lot of doors. As I just closed this door. Hopefully this opened up a lot of doors for mulatto griffes and a lot of us in the U.S. and the Deep South. So pretty much, obviously the title of the video, growing up as a griffe, which is, like a mulatto and a black woman outcome. And that's basically what a griffe is. And griffes come in all shapes, colors. I said shapes, but they pretty much come in all colors with different features, depending on obviously what the person is mixed with, etc. So let's get into the video. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm from Florida, and I don't know if you consider this the Deep South, but Florida is so country. There's a whole lot of African American people here. So like that, trying to see where to start off at. My pops was pretty much adopted, and he didn't know who his father was or nothing. He knew he was different from other people because he was mixed, but he was raised in a Jamaican household that also adopted other children. Maybe something that was light or whatever, but my pops and my auntie specifically were they two certain mixes. So pretty much, apologize for that. Pretty much, I basically had to kind of grow up not the same way, but not knowing what was going on too. And of course, I'm sure he picked up certain clues and stuff along his life. He's been out in the streets and stuff, so I definitely picked up a lot of clues. And he was able to tell me what he was able to tell me, like, hey, these people are not going to look at you the same. The darker people, African American people are not going to look at you the same, and Spanish people are not going to look at you the same. He told me mainly about African Americans because that's what he was around. But he also told me when he goes around different other people too. He's mulatto, by the way. So he told me when he goes around different other people too, they look at him different. He is a bit African American, well, a lot African Americanized, just because he didn't have the culture and he grew up in an African American, well, not African American, but Black Caribbean household. Yeah, so I guess I learned whatever I learned from him too. And it took me a long time. I'm 20 now, so it took me a long time to find out what I was mixed with, per se. And I just recently found out this year. But I always, I guess, realized up to now, only up to now I realized I always was told bits and chops and pieces of actually what it was. But I didn't know at the time because there was no confirmation, there's no family tie, nothing. I actually started connecting with them this year since I turned 20. I had a sister that was down here too, but we don't really connect, we're not in connection and shit, so I don't really, she wasn't part of this journey. But yeah, of course, getting treated different and shit in school and shit, favoritism or trying to soften you and stuff. Like my parents also made me, well, my mother actually kind of made me very feminized at a young age, bro. At one point, no disrespect to the, the communities that, understand their own sexual preferences, but that wasn't mine. But I did encounter a lot of, weird, unusual gay stuff from other dudes, bro. That's not cool. Like I said, my mom feminized me for a long time. Maybe didn't feed me certain amounts of food, didn't want me to look strong and bulky as a child, no sports. I asked her when I got older, oh, why didn't you put me in no sports? Well, you just said you never would. Want it, bro. That's not true. I went outside and I went to a football practice, but I was so slim and so small, I couldn't even push the resistance that they were trying to do me in the practices. I came there one time, never left, never came back again. So I'm not gonna blame her, but I blame her, and I think it just because of how I look. I believe that was a discrimination I hate. But my father also he always worked out, and he was pretty stoic. I work out now, but I used to be a lot bigger than this. I'm gonna show you. I used to be way, my arm used to be like this, bro. My chest was here and shit, so I kind of fell off, but getting back on. I don't think she wanted me to look like an attractive mixed person or, a masculine mixed dude, so she tried to steer me away from, you know, having a certain amount of masculinity or doing whatever. Like, the shit she tried to steer me away from, I ended up doing anyway. I'm still smart, though. But I ended up doing anyway. Like, I'm still talking to a whole bunch of chicks. I've been outside. I haven't gotten into altercations fully, but I've been all around the board. Like, I'm in Florida. Like I said, I'm in the deep south. So, and I grew up in one of the worst neighborhoods possible. In Florida. I'm in Orlando, Florida. So it was like terrible, bro. And you know, of course, when you one of these environments, bro, you're gonna encounter everything, bro. Like, you're gonna do shit eventually. You know, I was on the game for like 10 years and a house. You know, actually trying my best to informationalize myself and socialize. Oh, wait, hold on.